Welcome back to Foul Check, and if we sound a little different, it's because we just figured out that if putting our mics in different outputs, we might sound different.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like we do. So, if we do, let us know if you'd like to, give your feedback on this. But
yeah, we've opened up comments on Spotify. Well, they were open, but I had to approve them, which I didn't know. But now they're open, so please comment. The audio has been the bane of my existence. I hope for the most part people are like me, and well, not like me actually. I hope people are. They just listen to it and aren't thinking too closely about the audio because the audio. I mean, you can hear us. That's the most important thing. But
absolutely.
Last episode, I sounded like I was literally in like a ballroom. Like it was so echoey for some reason.
Yeah, but we're learning as we go.
The other thing we also learned is recording the ins and outs before the interview. Sometimes we have to do it because scheduling, timing, things like that. That's what we did last week after we thought that it was going to be Eden and Jade, and then it ended up being Jade and Kelsey, which is great.
Yes.
I went through and cleaned up most of the ends because, of course, we say, and then here's our guests, Eden and Jade. I cleaned that up, but then we were listening to it in the car, and I had said it at the end. So
I think I even said it too.
We know. I know who we interviewed. I know who we did.
We're well aware.
And I know who we thought we were going to interview too. So apologies to Kelsey if you thought we were just dogging you. We weren't. We just recorded that merely 3 or 4 days before.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, scheduling things. We got to try to make it work.
It's hard to get the two of us
right
at the same time. In the same place.
And it doesn't help that I got like a random Friday off and all kinds of weird things.
Yeah, and that interview, as I said, was done at midnight here. Yeah. 9 p.m. Eastern. So, anyways.
Shout out to Brooke for getting that done.
Hey, it was worth it. It was worth it. Those girls were awesome. It was a blast. I just couldn't believe. Because originally when I told the SID, I was like, I'm here after the 11 o'clock show. Like, that's totally fine. I can do it at midnight.
Sure.
And then I realized, well, their bodies are also on midnight time. They're probably beat.
Right, especially after playing a game.
After playing, not only one, they had a 3-game series in Stanford across the country.
Yep.
And then then they told me that their flight was at 5 a.m. the next morning. And I was like, you know what? Thank you, Bill, for making that happen. But we could have gotten a pass.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I mean, I'm just thankful that they were able to share their time, like you mentioned, because a lot of programs and a lot of girls may not have done that for us. So.
No, they were great. I mean, they're local girls. Like, it was awesome, and they were so great. It was a really good conversation, and
super meaningful, super impactful.
Yeah, but I was bummed to see. I turned on this big screen TV that's been put on wheels for me, which is not in the frame of the camera, but our engineers, Mark and Brandon, put the TV on wheels for me.
Nice.
And except there's a little drama.
Oh, with the little Roku player?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was originally told there's like a newsroom Roku, and I was told that I could use it in here because I work in this room on the weekends, our podcast room.
Sure.
And I was told, we don't use it, so feel free to take it. Sure. Right. I take it. I get logged into your Hulu, your ESPN, Delaney's YouTube TV.
Oh, what?
Thank you, Delaney.
Okay.
And I come in here last week to show you that the TV was on this mount now.
And you had nothing to show me.
And the Roku was gone.
No signal.
Yep.
No mama.
So, no mamas. So I go up to Web Island and I see that the desktop computer, I might add.
Right.
What are we watching?
I don't know.
Well, what's the point of having a Roku plugged into a desktop computer? Just pull it up, whatever you're trying to watch on the desktop.
Well, the point would be they want to make sure what's going out over OTT or Roku is actually going out. As in,
test it on this TV.
But they need it next to them at their desk.
Anyway, so it's up there. So this weekend I come in and I just took it and plugged it in, but I put it back after my shift Sunday.
Right, of course you did. Yeah.
Whose phone is ringing?
That's
Yours?
mine. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, you're okay.
It's okay. Do you need to answer it?
No, you're fine.
Is it Onyx?
No. It's an onyx. No, you're okay.
So anyways, all to say, moral of the story. Mm-hmm. I had the Roku in here.
Right.
I was flipping back and forth between Tech playing Cal and UVA playing Stanford.
Right.
Both Tech had already won their series, but we're going for the sweep. UVA was 1-1.
Right.
And they both got shut out on the last day.
Yeah. Wasn't expected.
I was not expecting it at all. The 2-0 loss to Stanford. That one's tough. But Stanford is ranked.
Sure.
So it's good you went toe to toe, I think.
Yeah, I believe 15th in the country.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it was a tough watch though. It's hard to call highlights when the team you're covering is shut out.
I put a couple old defense.
Yeah, I put a couple strikeouts in there. Because it doesn't matter if you show a hit because it
did nothing.
Yeah.
But if you show that double play that got out of a jam yeah.
But it was not a hokey double play. It was the Stanford double play to win the game.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes it kind of goes that way.
Yeah. UVA was chipping away though. They had 2 runners on base, I think, in the bottom of that inning in the 7th. Ooh. So they were trying, but
you can't leave them stranded.
Well, they left him stranded by winning with a double play. So,
yikes.
Anyways, this is a bit of a bummer, but Jade and Kelsey, you would have never known. They were as professional as ever and so nice and generous with their time.
Oh, that's the best way to do
That's
it.
what amazes me about athletes. I remember when we went, I think I've told this story before, but I traveled with the women's team for the WNIT championship when I was in college. Mm-hmm. And my best friend Reagan and I were bus mates.
Nice.
I was the last one to get on the bus because I had to turn my wrap, and we had lost in the championship of the WNIT. That was by far the biggest stage that these girls had been on, and we were in the championship game. I mean, we got waxed 20 points.
Yeah.
And I get on the bus and I'm like, "Are you good?" I thought Reagan was gonna be upset, and she was like, "Yeah, it's whatever." I'm like, "Man, y'all's bounce back is insane."
Yeah, they just move on. Just yeah. All right, life moves on. What's next?
Yeah, it's so true.
What's for dinner? That's what they.
Well, actually, that's what I was thinking when you said today in the interview that we're about to run about how Tech rarely plays a full game because they're always winning 5 innings, and I'm like, yeah, if I was on the road and I knew that there was an Italian cuisine in my I too would run rule that. 100%.
That's the inspiration. Yeah, it really is incredible. I don't think I haven't physically been to a game in which I needed to stay the entire game and B truly stayed the entire game because it ends in the 4th or not 4th but 5th or 6th inning, and it's all right, what do we do now? They're done. They had, I guess, people to see, places to be, and it's over. So so it really didn't require you to stay all that long.
No, I mean they're so good, Tech and UVA and Liberty, and that's and Radford softball won the regular season in the Big South. Hey, did you know that?
I did not.
I saw that on Twitter today.
Yeah, I did realize that they were a strong team. They've been in a lot of close losses to really, really good teams. For example, when they came to Moyer and played Penn State and Virginia Tech, and I think Bucknell was also here. So they've lost a lot of close games to big teams, but which makes sense if they went ahead and took care of business in the Big South. So
I mean,
jeez.
I
believe it's Coach Kevin. His first name. So
if they win the tournament, I mean, but they might get an NCAA tournament berth regardless, right?
I don't know
because they played so many big teams.
Maybe I'm not sure. I remember in the days of Liberty being in the Big South, it was just either one. Or actually, you know what? They both made it one year in which I believe Liberty won the Big South, but Radford got an at-large. So it could
that would be cool.
Could happen.
That would be cool. And they're in the Blacksburg Regional.
That's too close to come. They wouldn't do that, right? It wouldn't be that
Surely
easy,
not.
would it?
Well, that's the thing. That's what's so these NCAA tournament regionals aren't actually regionals. You're not playing in your region. Isn't that the point?
You would think.
Okay.
But, I mean, that's just what do I think
know?
about March Madness, and it's Duke they're playing close relatively, but the overarching regional, they're in the West. This is like what like does that make sense?
No, it makes no sense, but whatever. All right, well,
sports,
since we literally sat down and yapped like 3 days ago, I guess we can go ahead and get to the guests.
Although I do feel like we're a little spiffed up for this one.
I know. Well, I have.
Nice and,
this is the first time we've recorded this podcast and the intros and outros all in the same day.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I have on my athletic dress, but I threw on this blazer because compared to you, I was looking a little. What's the word? Disheveled.
Normal? Oh, I was gonna say normal. Me, y'all always picking with me. So I took my jacket off. I was gonna take the bow tie off, but
No, I like the bow tie. And we're never picking on you. We were never picking on you until you told us that in high school people thought you were a substitute teacher. And then once you told me that, it was over.
Mr. Johnson? No. Yeah, good times. Yeah, let's get to the interview.
Okay, let's get to the interview. We have 2 great Hokies. So we did 2 really great UVA softball players dropped on Monday. This is our bonus episode dropping on like our normal Friday. But Cori McMillan and Emma Lemley, let's just get to it. They need no introduction. They're amazing.
Welcome back to the Foul Check Podcast. We are excited and delighted to be on the road once again. Familiar place.
Yeah.
With some familiar faces, of course, with the Virginia Tech softball team. Emma Lemley and Cori McMillan are with us. Appreciate y'all, making time during the midweek, as we call it for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. Oh, and of course, Brooke Leonard is
here.
Yeah, she's here.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. I need no introduction.
You're playing my role. Smile and wave, right?
Yes. Smile and wave. But season 2 and here in the would we call this the Tech Indoor Softball Facility? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Yeah, we set up camp here last year with Emma and Trinity, and then now we have Cori today. This is so fun. But first, before we get into the nitty-gritty, we got to start with what we were just talking about. You 2 have jobs, post-graduation. Let's
we are
go.
Yes.
Come on. You both, Emma a couple weeks ago, Cori just last night, have gotten the golden ticket to the Athletes Unlimited Softball League. I mean, Cori, yours was last night. Let's talk about you first, and then Emma, we'll get to you. You were telling me complete shock.
Absolutely.
Walk me through, I guess, what was going on, what you told me over there at the table.
Yeah, so last night was the Gobblers, our annual award ceremony for athletes, and we went last night, and I knew I was up for Women's Athlete of the Year, but my competition was Emma, so I knew that competition was steep, and so while we were sitting there, I was talking to her, and I was like, no offense, I hope I win this. Like, I hope I get this one. You're up for 3. I want at least 1. And she was like, maybe. And I'm like, okay. Okay. And she goes up there and they're talking about her golden ticket and the video's playing. And I like look at her and all of a sudden she's staring into my soul. And she's like, and I'm like, what are we doing? And I see Jack Jones, our video guy, walking up beside me with a camera, and I hear Evan Hughes say that the commissioner was here, and at that point my jaw just dropped. I was like, no way, this is happening at the Gobblers. I was thrown.
The video was amazing. I mean, the shock on your face, it was real. And then Emma, of course, you were the first one to receive the ticket 2 weeks ago. I mean, time has flown, but also moved so slow. What was your reaction? Because that happened after a game.
Yeah, mine was the first one given out, so I didn't even know that they were doing that. Cassie was the only one on our team that knew, and they said something mid-game about like stay after the game for a special presentation, and I literally said to Cassie, I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. Like, and Cassie was like, yeah, I don't know. But then after the game, Cassie came up behind me and she was like, come stand right here. Just come stand right here next to me. And I was like, okay, cool. And then they played the commercial on our scoreboard, and Jenny Dalton Hill walked out, and I was like, what is going on? And then of course I see Jack Jones right in front of me with the camera, and I was just like, what's happening? what's going on? What does this mean? But no, I was also just completely shocked. Like,
I feel like that'll be the giveaway now. Watch out for Jack.
Right.
Jack.
Yeah, if Jack is in your face, something is happening.
For those who don't know, can you guys, either one of y'all, explain what exactly it is and why it's so crazy and cool that you two players from the same school in the ACC received these golden tickets?
Well, the AUSL, it's going to be a brand new league started by Athletes Unlimited. And so it's a 4-team league, and they already have teams drafted, but they're doing a college draft on May 3rd, and there's only 12 spots available for graduating college seniors. So to have two of us from the same team, 2 out of 12, it's huge. It's really special.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. I mean, and to have, not only just 2. I mean, come on, being a little humble here, right? I mean, 2 of the best. Like, come on. Other folks might not know Tech softball, but we know it. Yeah. So I can't think of a better duo to have such an honor. So congratulations. Big stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's huge. We're just going to touch base really quickly, and then we'll get into the questions. But just about this season, it feels like it was, late February? It was a beautiful day when we came out, saw practice, chatted with you two, just about how this year was feeling different. Now that this year is in the rear view, we have one more regular season series left. I mean, how do you sum it up?
Everyone has stepped up in ways that we knew they would, but also in ways that we've needed. Like, we have Jordan Lynch, a freshman third baseman who's locking it down over there. We have how many sophomores in our starting lineup? Our starting lineup's like 3 seniors. The other 6 are underclassmen. Mm-hmm. Like, it's insane to think of, and they've just stepped up so much. Like, the progress that our sophomores have made from last year to this year, the progress Jordan's already made, the rest of our freshmen are also making progress. They're just waiting for their chance to show it. Like, everyone has provided and everyone has done what they need to do. Like, we were talking about the other day, we're never out of things. Like, we can be down 1, 2, 3 runs and nobody's breaking a sweat because we're like, they don't know our offense. Like, we're fine. And I think that's what's gotten us through the season quite a bit, is that we're never out.
Yeah.
Speaking of the offense, of course, I like teams that are effective and efficient, is my saying I always go to lead the nation in shutouts. My goodness. I joked with her just last week. I'm like, I don't know if I've been to a complete game in the sense of all 7 innings with these ladies, because by the 3rd or 4th inning, you're sending one my way, almost hitting me on the stand out there in the outfield. But what's that feeling like, knowing that you're showing up each and every weekend, even during the midweeks, with a job, and you're like, hey, we got places to be, things to do. Let's just go out here and take care of that, like, immediately.
Yeah, I think that the trust in each other that we have is so huge. I mean, I know that if I go out there, my team behind me they're gonna score a bunch of runs. I know that they're gonna score at least enough runs every single time. But it kind of takes the pressure off of you as a pitcher to just get your job done. And when you're stress free, it's a lot easier to throw shutouts than when you feel like you have to. So I think that, I can't speak for the hitters, but I feel like the hitters trust us enough to keep the runs down.
And we talk about that all the time when we're, like, switching from offense to defense. Like, if we didn't score, Lem looks at us and is like, they won't score, get it next inning. And we're like, okay. Or maybe they do score and we come in and we're like, okay, we got you. Like, it's never.
Give me 2.
Yeah.
Give me 2.
And she says that quite a bit. Like, when we're in, like, close games, like the Stanford game, when we're going in to the last inning tied every single time, she's like, give me 1 run and we'll get you 3 outs. Like, score right now and I'll shut it out. And it's just like that confidence we have. We know our pitchers are going to do it for us.
And y'all are so chill. Like, just being chill talking about this when I'm watching the games and I'm like, oh my God, they're down 2-0. What's going on? Are they going to be able to come back? And you typically do. I mean, yeah, it has been a blast to watch you guys. And I love that you said Cori stays hitting you do y'all see us back there on that platform? Okay.
Oh man.
If y'all do hit him one day,
I know. I will say that I believe it was the Liberty game a while back. I really did get scared because I was like, okay, that one came kind of close, and I'm near this tree. They were like, you're probably aiming for the tree. Like, I'm right here. Like, don't hit me, please. Like, no.
No, that would be iconic. So, no pressure, but 3 more games.
No,
actually, I'll be there this weekend, so maybe not.
Aim that all the way you want to. No,
anywhere past the fence. That's so true. That's
Very true.
Or you
Very
can
true.
go get a little pizza coupon.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
I tell you what, the Rhino people though, they sprint over to that scoreboard and are searching for that ball.
Yeah. Now we know why, right?
Get it? Yeah.
They're expensive.
They are.
Those things are expensive.
Yeah, I believe it.
A box of balls in this economy? Oh.
We can't. We can't. No, we're not losing them. Sorry, kids. Sorry,
Give them
kids.
back.
Well, let's talk a little bit, speaking of the offense and the hitting. This brings me to my first question that I asked actually to Jade as well. When you get up to the plate, do you guys have – I know there's a game plan because obviously everything is so thought out. It's like a musical. Line up, everything. But do you have a pitch you're waiting on that you know is going to go over the fence? Or I guess what is your mindset? And I know it's obviously game contingent, but you're the leadoff. So what do you typically look for?
The first one I like, honestly. When I go up there, it's very easy to perform when you know you're not the one that has to do it by themselves. And that's what we talk about all the time. I feel like the reason we hit so well and are so consistent in our hitting is because there's never a lot of pressure on your at-bat. Like, I go up there, if I just draw a walk and get on first, I'm going to score. Like, our entire lineup is so deep that nobody ever has to do it by themselves, and that's what we tell each other all the time. Like, there's never a need to swing for the 5-run home run. Like, there's never a need to do it for yourself because everyone's going to help you do it. So going up there, it's very easy to hit confidently when I know all I have to do is my job of getting on base. And I think that makes it so much easier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I could never even hit a single in my I won't even call it a career. It was a phase. No, don't feel bad. No.
A phase.
No, please. Yeah. It was a little phase. But when you make contact with a ball and it's like sometimes you just know it. I've heard folks talk about like, hey, when you've hit that sweet spot on the bat and it's flying out of here. In your immediate mind, are you thinking bat flip, or are you thinking like, hey, like you looking over to the girls? Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
Or like what's the mindset when you know you got to go around the bases, but you know that ball is gone like immediately?
Well, I try to take off sprinting because I feel like one of my biggest fears. It happened to me one fall game my sophomore year. I hit what I thought was a home run on a changeup. Oh. Correct. You know. So never again. Now I kind of just like try to take off sprinting because I never want to say I actually know, because I just know one day I'm going to be like, oh, that's gone, and then it'll just hit a wall and just drop. And I'm like, okay. So, no, there's pictures of me where I swing, and as soon as it's off the bat, you can see me smiling because I know, but I never actually know until it's gone, and I hear everyone around me. So, yeah, learned the hard way.
When you know you can slow down the run a little bit.
Yeah, so once you see like the second baseman and shortstop go like this, and then I'm like, okay.
Here we go.
Yes, a picture. I know when a ball hit off of me is going over.
Yeah.
Right out of the hand.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to ask was, do you know when you're throwing the home run pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You know as a pitcher. Right out of the hand, you see it going, and right off the bat, you're just like, well, dang.
Yeah. Like, all right, next ball, come on.
Okay.
Go ahead, run.
Come on, get it over with.
Yeah.
Get around the bases.
But
Why are you jogging? Speed up. Come on.
But to that same thought, and it may seem weird, but one of the things I love during broadcast is right when it's a sweet pitch and it's a strike. Come on, the ump just didn't call it. All right, it's a strike. It's like an 0-2 count, but they call a ball. And I love when they throw the ball back to you and you're like, yup. Right? Like it's a special.
He's been catching it because I shot a game recently and we were going through the video and he literally was like, I love when she's just so mad.
It's like a great expression. Like I got you, and then you strike him out the next pitch, and you're like.
Yeah, and then you walk off.
Like, let me throw that same pitch a centimeter in.
Right.
Maybe they'll call it that time.
Right.
I love it. The bounce back, and it speaks to just the resilience of really the team. Because all of you go back to the dugout. You're like, all right, let's just rally. It could be bottom of the seventh. Let's just get out of here. All right, let's do it. Coach Pete. Is he a verbal kind of coach in the dugout, or is he as verbal as we see? Which is little to none to me.
We talk all the time about how it's so funny because in games we stress him out more than we stress ourselves out. Like something will happen and you can tell he's like, and everyone's just like, "You're good, we're good," and he's like, "So it's the bottom of the seventh and we're tied. What do you mean we're good?" We're like, "We're good."
Fine.
So that sounds like kind of like our dynamic a little bit. Yeah, I'm freaking out, and she's just like, "What?"
And he'll never admit it. Like you can tell sometimes when he's sitting there, like just how quiet he is. We're like, look at him, he's stressing. He's stressing.
Like if he starts talking to us, you're like, oh. So we're gonna win.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's funny, but that's the best though, because then you're on the bus on the way to go get food or something, and you're like, "We told you."
Yeah.
Don't doubt us. Don't doubt us.
I empathize with him a bit. Just I can't even imagine. It's you coach and you do your best, and I'm sure you ladies know as seniors, you try to lead and instill all this knowledge, but then it's kind of like you just let them loose, like hope they do what I taught them.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can understand why he's more stressed than us, especially like I feel like if you're in the game, you're not that stressed. Like I can say as a pitcher, if I'm out there pitching, I'm fine. I'm not stressed. But if I'm like watching a game that I have zero control over, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't stand this. I can't stand it. Like,
what's the like motto we use sometimes? It's something like, in some situation you resort to your preparation. Like,
oh, you don't like rise to the occasion. You fall to your level of training.
Yes, that. Like, we use that quite a bit.
Wow. Somebody give me a notepad.
Yeah.
Right? That's a good one, right?
We use that quite a bit. Like, we know, we were talking earlier about how, like, at this point in the season, like, you're like, oh, practice. Like, can we just play and, like, not have to do that? But he prepares us so well. Like, there's never been a time where we've been in a certain situation in a game that we're like, oh, we've never experienced this. Like, this has never happened. Because every single time we're doing something that, like, we're hitting off machines that are throwing 93. For what? For what? Like, we're hitting off machines that are throwing 93. That way we see a pitcher that's throwing 68, and we're like, why is she throwing 54 miles per hour?
Why are we playing slow pitch?
Right.
What's going on?
Like, he prepares us so well that when we get to games, no one has to freak out because we're like, we've done harder things in practice than we are right now.
Oh yeah, I've been over those practices where he's just sending grounders, clink, clink, and it's going every which way. So when I saw the ball hit that bat the other day, I was like, that's nothing. They've seen that 10 times in practice. I mean, yeah, preparation really is key. Kind of like you said, when you're in the thick of it, because your brain, the rational part of your brain is just not on. It's just body and mind. It's crazy. Y'all's sport is nuts.
It's very fast paced.
Very fast paced.
You really don't have that much time to think.
No.
Like, especially even with the pitch clock now, like batters have 10 seconds to get in the box. We have 20 seconds to get our pitch, throw it. Like, you really don't have that much time to dwell on anything. Like,
I think that's
to pitch,
what's so good about it,
you don't
though.
have time. Yeah.
Like, everyone talks about how boring baseball is because it's so long, and then like our games, like, you've got 10 seconds to move on from it. And like, what do we in the dugout?
Get over it.
In the dugout, what is it that Coach Pete said? He was like, you have 10 seconds when, like, regardless of how your at bat went, you have 10 seconds to get in the dugout, react, and get over it. Like, you can't carry things throughout the whole game. So we have like, what's that trend where you're like, like, we do that all the time. We do that all the time. We come in and we're like, man, like, kick the wall a little bit. We're like, all right. Anyways.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, can't change it.
The resiliency is, I mean, it's insane, but it's true because that is truly how you guys and good teams are able to move on, especially when you're playing down and you can just come back, or if there was a mistake made and come back and still win. And that's what happens when you almost have, are we at 40 yet? We're almost at 40 wins, right?
What?
Hopefully.
Something
Maybe
like
38,
that.
I think it's 38, 37?
30. I can't
39.
remember. 39. Okay.
39.
All right.
39.
We're almost
I was
there.
close.
I mean, that's crazy. I looked that up the other day.
We'll get it this weekend.
Give us a week.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Give us a
Yeah,
few
yeah,
days.
3
Couple
games
days.
done.
Give us a few days.
It's good. It's
It'll be
good. I was talking again to Jade and Kelsey about just is the most frustrating part about this game, and you can speak on it, and you can from the defensive part. Just the versatility of pitchers and then the versatility of batters. Like, it's so interesting to me that a football team or a basketball team can go out with the same personnel and you are either good or you're bad. But in softball, in baseball, it's so different because you are seeing different kinds of athletes daily. The game does not begin until it leaves your hand, and it could be a different person every time. Is that frustrating to you?
No. Like I said, like, we prepare well. Like, I think Florida State has like 6 pitchers. Mm-hmm. By the time we get to Friday, we'll already have seen all 6 pitchers 10 times because we prepare that well. Like, our coaches do film well. Like, they know exactly where each pitcher, like, where her strengths are and where her weaknesses are, and we're gonna attack the weaknesses. And they just prepare so well that by the time we get there, we've already seen it. So, like, it's nothing new to us. So it doesn't frustrate us that much because we already know what we're getting.
How do you emulate that? Like, that human, I mean, obviously you can put Emma out there and just hit against her or Mazzarone or whoever, but how do you emulate tendencies like that are so human?
It helps having our machine that can do that, and then it helps having the #1 men's fast pitch pitcher in the world out there that any day we can be like, hey, throw us pitches, and we're going to see the grossest, most degrading changeup we've ever seen in our lives.
And then right after a rise ball that literally goes,
yes, and
like,
then a
straight
74
up.
mile per hour rise ball. Like, we have like the resources that we need to emulate those, and we take full advantage of them.
Mm-hmm. That's a valid point. I didn't even think about the pitching coach you guys have. Yeah. I'm sure it's fun when he goes out to the circle.
Yeah. No, on days where they're like, we're going to hit off Mamu, we're like, ha.
Oh, great.
Yay.
So we're crying tonight.
Awesome.
So anyways, wasn't ready for this.
Emma, when you're pitching to batters, same thing. Like, I mean, I guess you can study a lineup as much as you can, but does anything surprise you when you're up there now?
Being a senior now, usually when we play series, teams can guess which game I'm pitching, and teams prepare for me a lot. And there's hundreds of hours of film on every little thing that I do. So I think at this point in my career, I can't be too predictable on what I'm throwing because I'm pitching to girls that have probably 20 at-bats off of me. And especially with, having pitching machines that can throw exactly what I throw. And I've seen my pitches a million times. It's really, you can't let them know really what you're going to throw next. I have been, just trying to move in and out on the corners, just not trying to trick them, but trying to outsmart batters, honestly, at this point is what it comes down to because everybody knows what I throw. Everybody can hit 70 miles an hour now, so it's really it's about so I think for all pitchers really at this point in the game it's about trying to outsmart whoever you're pitching against, finding holes in their swings. Coach Josh does a really good job at analyzing hitters' swings and seeing where they usually miss, just trying to attack those spots. But
switching up from pitch to pitch, that decision, is that coming from the dugout or is that strictly coming from you and the catcher? How do you decide, all right, I'm going here with it, I'm going there with it?
Coach Josh calls pitches for us. Yeah, we have the pitch comms. Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like Coach Josh and I especially are at a point now where we're usually on the same page. I would say 99% of the time we're on the same page of what pitch needs to be called. And I mean, if I think something else needs to be called or we need to switch it up, because we have totally different views from when I'm out there and where he can see, so we'll just talk about it in between innings. And I have free range to shake off whatever pitch I want, or I can
Hello.
yeah, or like I can change locations without having to ask or anything. So he's like, as long as you have full confidence in what you're throwing, shake off whatever you need to. But
and it's got to happen quick because, like you mentioned, you only got seconds.
The difficult part of it is like you can't really take too much time to notice what adjustments the hitters are making pitch to pitch. Like you only have 20 seconds to get up there, and honestly, if you want to shake off a pitch, you have to really step off the mound and shake off a pitch because you don't have enough time to look at it. By the time you look at it, start your pitch, it's already at 10 seconds. And then to call another pitch to think about, okay, well, what else could we throw here? Like so those pitch, it makes it a little bit harder you just have to think quicker. Yeah.
Every time we talk to anybody who plays sports, I just think we could never. We literally could never.
I don't think I know. There's a reason I'm right here. Like,
right.
All right.
That's just why we ask the questions. I mean, I'm just like, my brain hasn't been working all week. I can't even imagine getting up there in a ranked matchup and being like,
yeah, here we go.
I got 20 seconds. Yeah, but like you said, it's good when you have staff and you're on the same page. Cori, and then you're out in the outfield and in right field, which also, quick question, in theater, that is stage left. Well, no. Okay, is it? Because, where I'm standing, you are in the left of the field. So it's hard when I'm calling a highlight or I'm shooting highlights. I'm like, the left side of your screen, but technically you are on the right side of the field.
Yes.
I guess
it's from the umpire's perspective, right? Behind the plate. Yes. So, you think of...
Sure. Everything's theater for me. Being in right field, you have a lot of work over there. I guess because most people are batting right-handed? Mm-hmm. Okay.
It depends on who we're facing. I feel like...
We've played a lot of teams with...
I feel like lefties are getting a lot more common. Like, I feel like these days we're seeing more teams that's like, oh, they have 7 lefties. And we're like, what do you... Okay, cool. And then, like, all of a sudden we'll face a team that's, like, primarily right-handed batters. And with Lem throwing up, she's like, hey, so I'm going to need you to be ready. And I'm like...
These balls are coming to you.
Okay, so you've actually thrown, like, 4 perfect games in the past week. So I haven't actually seen a live ball in 2 months.
What do you mean? Be ready. Be ready.
I haven't seen a live ball in months.
like I have not gotten a pop fly since February. Why? What do you?
Oh, that's so funny.
Like what? But it's so fun to watch her, and like I go out there knowing I'm probably not going to get much, and it's just so fun to watch. Like especially when, like you were talking about, when she doesn't get a call and she turns around, she's like. And then there's one, like, she'll miss the spot and she sits there and she does, like, this thing on her, like, leg. And when she does that, I'm like, oh, the spin on this pitch is about to be crazy.
Hey, what is it like? Is it like just like an EpiPen move? Like, you just,
like, she starts doing this and I'm like,
come on.
Oh, no.
Also, you'll always see when I'm getting impatient waiting for Coach Josh to call a pitch because I'm sitting there and I'm like, give me the pitch. I have 10 seconds to throw this. Please give me the pitch.
He's like, it's in real. I mean, it's in real time. There's not like a pitch lineup that you go, wow.
It's like,
that's funny.
You got it. You have 20 seconds to decide what we're throwing.
The thing he uses to call it, it doesn't have any like numbers on it or anything. It's just like a little like oval with like 20 buttons on it.
Awesome.
One time,
he got ejected.
He got ejected in February for literally no reason. He asked a question and it was dumb. But I had to call pitches and with the pitch comm, and he had about 10 seconds to explain it to me. And the other team was like, he's hiding. And we were like, no, I just don't know how to work the pitch comm. Because it's none of it's labeled. And he was like, so you press this one for this pitch, and then you have to hold it for this location. But then it's this one for this pitch. And I was like, okay, I can do this. Let's go. I can do it.
So it gave you a little empathy for when you're like, come on. He's back there like rigging it to make sure he's putting it in the right place.
I was like, whoever is pitching right now, if you don't want to throw this, throw what you want,
I feel like
girl.
your life was so much easier in that moment though because Maz was pitching. Maz, you're like, hum it.
Maz was pitching,
71
and I
miles
knew
per
she
hour.
could just
change up, hum it.
No, literally. One time I was like, I was sitting. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we threw like a first pitch change up right here, like just to mess them up because she's thrown 5 pitches in a row, 73, and they were like, yeah, call it.
Lem's
I did, and the girl totally was just like. And I was like, it worked. It worked.
That's the whole point. Trick them. Trick them.
Though, like, I think I got more hype calling a pitch and it working. And I was like, yes, that rise ball worked. Than I do like with my own pitches.
Right.
I was like, yes.
That's funny.
Yes,
wow.
I was right.
This is why we have this podcast, for these intricacies that no one would ever literally ever know.
No, we just see hey, they're up to bat again, and they just struck him out again. Hey, she's reached 800 for her career, which, by the way, my goodness.
Thank you.
800 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's not easy. And of course, 25 home runs. I watched the stats, just a little bit. No,
we got softball that over here.
Just a little bit. Just for the Hokies. No, we got to get you guys to practice in just a bit. But I did want to ask, road games look a little different this year, obviously, with some out west schools in the freaking ACC.
And y'all just came back from a swing.
What in the world was that like? I mean, to go so far and you're like, man, this isn't like a regional site or anything. This is just like straight up regular season, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. We actually got to charter out there, thanks to one of our donors. We've never gotten to do that before, so we were very thankful for that we got to fly right out of Blacksburg.
If you're listening to this, thank you
Thank you so much.
That leg room was amazing.
It was great. Yeah, it was just really nice to not have to wait in an airport and just be able to go out there. So that made our trip a lot easier.
I don't mind them adding more schools because it gives more like variety in who you play. Like, it's better, like, if I had to play the same school all 4 years, I'd be like, all right, okay, like, come on. Like, we played Cal one time last year. Like, what was our Stanford game was like the first time we've ever played them, or
I think so.
Yeah, something like that. Like, that's so cool to be a part of. So I don't mind adding them, especially when it honestly is kind of worse for them because they don't have a choice but to come east every single time they play. Like, we only have to go out there one time. So like, I can only imagine what them being home only on like Mondays and Tuesdays, and who knows what time they're getting back every weekend. Like, it's got to be hard.
Yeah, but the time change is definitely, which I can't imagine for them how much they have to do that, and like that, So that's hard.
Not to mention school, because a
Yeah.
lot of times when you're doing the swing, like you just stay in the same place, but like they have class they have to go to.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's definitely harder on them than it is, on us having to go out there once. But it is a cool experience to get to go out there. I mean, we were around the Bay Area. We could see the Bay Bridge from our hotel room, so that was like cool.
Their everyday lives are like it's crazy.
It's like so different
Yeah,
than it is
like
here.
we're playing at Cal's Field and there's just mountain on one side, mountain on the other, and we're like, y'all just look at the mountain the whole time you're playing. Like, how do you pay attention?
Yeah.
How do you pay attention? There's turkeys up on the hill, and
Yeah,
we're all
we were
like, oh my gosh,
our
there's turkeys. And they're just
fans.
like not phased. And we're like, this is like every day for you. Like, we'll see a pigeon and we're like, oh, what is that? And I actually don't even think we have pigeons. We don't have pigeons. So we see some type of birds.
Squirrels, a crow every once in a while.
Yeah.
Blacksburg.
Right.
Well, I mean, I can't even imagine. Thank you guys for doing this today, obviously, with the time zone. But we're going to play a really quick game.
Yeah,
Is that okay, Danny? Really quick? Okay, super fast. The seniors are like, we're good. It's super fast. It's called Quick Hitters. So just quick questions, first answer that comes to your mind. And Eric was cooking up a really good one in the car, so I'll let him start, and then I'll go next.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You can go.
Okay, I'll go first, and then you. Okay.
All right. I'll pose it this way to you.
Okay.
Would you rather give up an RBI triple or a solo home run?
RBI triple.
Would you rather hit an RBI triple or solo home run?
RBI triple.
Ooh.
Okay.
See, I told you, team aspect. Right?
I said RBI triple because then you're on third base and you can score.
Correct.
I just hate
and
giving
I haven't
up
hit
home
a triple
runs
this year, so like,
I just hate giving up home runs.
Okay, mine is just life related. Chipotle or Qdoba.
Chipotle.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
Kava preferably.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I haven't got into it, but yeah, I'll get to it. No. Right shoe on first or left shoe on first?
Left.
Right.
Ooh.
I hit left.
And I thought right.
Yeah.
You throw right.
Makes sense.
Okay. chocolate candy or sour sweet candy?
Chocolate.
Sour sweet.
Okay.
This is all theory.
Wow. Do you guys get opposites attract? Do you guys get
along? All right, the last one here. The perfect walk-up song. Is there one?
Yes.
I think so.
And what is it? What's your choice?
Mine's Bad to the Bone because I feel like
very fitting.
When you're walking up to a song that you're listening to and you're just like, oh yeah, like it gives you the confidence to go up there. It's definitely the perfect one.
Mine for a long time was Ready For It by Taylor Swift, which is like, it just like, are you ready for it? And then a beat drops and then it's, but also Maz's, it's like, uh-oh, you're in trouble.
Yes, that one's funny. That one's funny.
Like those types of walk-up songs are so...
Like, now you want to send them like subliminal messages.
Yeah, it's not about what's on.
Okay, all right.
Send the message.
I like it.
All right, well, message received. Be afraid of these Hokies. Good luck against Florida State this weekend, and then the ACC tournament, and then hopefully... We are back here at Tech Softball Park hosting a regional. That would be because that was the most fun time of, as I told you last year, literally most fun time of my life ever. Good luck, ladies. Cori, Emma, appreciate it, and congrats again.
Thank you so much.
Well, that was a fantastic conversation.
Always enlightening, or is it enlightening? Help me out here.
Enlightening. What'd you say? Enlightening? Enlightening.
As in, I need light. No.
Enlightening.
No, it's always enlightening to hear from Emma Lemley. So she's another great one.
You cracked both of them up when you said.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's a phase, Mom. Oh yeah, take your badge off.
Yeah,
before we get in trouble.
Oh yeah, I promise I'm still official. Don't worry about this.
I don't even know where mine is.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, don't say that. But yeah, I didn't mean for them to laugh at me.
That was so funny. I don't think they were laughing at you.
Oh, it was definitely at me. It's okay though. You know, a little Eric can't.
Oh no, that was just a zinger. Well, because he said I didn't even play a season. It was just a phase.
I didn't want to call it a career because it was. In my defense, it was one season, but we didn't even finish out the entire season because of weather, thunderstorms, all of this crazy stuff. So, I didn't even feel right to even say my little season of baseball. Like, no. So that's the only word that can come to mind was phase or whatever. It was
so good.
Whatever. I didn't think Cori would crack up as much as she did, but yeah, I felt terrible after that. It's like, I should probably be quiet and just push the button. I was like, oh, that was
the button.
Yeah, that was a super hard laugh at me. I was like, I'm gonna turn my mic off.
Aww, no, that was funny. You were a good interview. I love it when we had never talked to Cori outside of just like a presser, but it's great when they're comfortable and like.
Oh, of course.
We don't have to. I mean, I feel like everybody's been pretty comfortable with us after like the first 2 or 3 questions. They're like slouched out the chair, just chilling.
That's the Brooke Leonard effect.
Well, honestly, yes. For the sole reason that
it's me.
I'm so dialed on 110 all the time that people are like, oh, well, this girl's nuts, so I can just chill because nothing I'm going to say is going to be crazier than what comes out of her mouth.
No. No, they don't say you're nuts, but you have a certain ability to make people feel comfortable and feel welcomed.
Thanks.
As I've often said on this platform and many others. So
because I'm crazy.
No, it has nothing to do with being crazy. It's just your spirit and your humility and your personality. What does this turn into? Okay. No.
Thank you so much. No, but those girls are awesome. I tell you what, I can't wait for the ACC tournament. If we get a Tech UVA rubber match, is that what it's called?
Yeah, do it again.
What did Danny call the diamond? What did she call it?
Oh yes, I forget.
In the diamond world or something.
Yeah.
But
Man, I wish I remember.
No, I wish it was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see a Tech UVA. It'll be interesting to see the how they seed everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially with no pool play.
Yeah,
it's like, which I enjoy. don't get me wrong. Let's not go back to that.
Yeah, please no. Want to go home. That's the point of a tournament.
Should have asked Coach Pete about that though. How the coach's perspective. How they feel about that.
Did the softball do it too?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like softball did it as well.
Ew.
But it's like when you have so many teams now.
Yeah.
Programs.
Well, then like Danny said, they're only taking top 12 in the ACC tournament. So.
Did you realize not every ACC team has a softball program?
Yes.
I did not
because I remember when Millie Thompson committed to Clemson, they had only played 1 year when she committed from Liberty. Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. What a throwback there.
Yeah. No, not every team has one. Most of them do though.
Most do.
Yeah.
But I did not know that Syracuse did not have a softball program. I was thoroughly surprised when me and James found that out the other night.
Oh, what made you guys Google?
Well, he just knew.
Oh.
So.
Classic James.
Classic
James.
He just knew. And I think SMU, don't give me the guessing again, but 2 of them don't have a program, and I was like, wow, that doesn't even feel right. Like,
Wake.
Is it Wake?
I don't know.
I don't know. It doesn't feel right. It's like 2025.
Well, there's so many teams that don't have football teams out there. Just basketball.
True.
Not in the ACC, but
you're right. But it doesn't feel right. Like,
yeah, I'm sure the girls don't mind.
This is
in the tournament situation.
Well, true. But you're also talking to a guy that was 10 years old, wondering why there's not a WNBA video game. So, yeah, there you go.
Oh, Eric!
I was that guy. Why is there not a
so
WNBA
sweet?
Video game? Yeah, well, it was mind-boggling. I was like, what? Got the Mystics and Lisa Leslie there. Why don't they have a game?
Oh, look at you! Really are a trailblazer for women's sports. Eric ahead of his time when it comes to women's sports. You were literally questioning the patriarchy at 10 years old. That is amazing.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Hey, little kid, sit down."
Eric in GameStop. Why isn't there a WNBA one?
Literally.
That is so sweet. Literally. I love that.
Yeah, I always wondered that.
Every episode you tell me something new about you, and I feel like I know everything about you.
Yeah, you probably do.
But every episode I learn something new. So I don't know everything about you. But that's nice.
Just a guy.
You are just a guy, just chilling.
Yeah, I try not to ruffle any feathers, but
you definitely don't.
You know who does? It's those Hokies. Don't mess with them on the diamond.
Go, 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 go. Yeah, oh my God, they're gonna miss. Because Danny told me they're leaving for their trip on Tuesday. They're gonna miss Metallica.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I know someone who's not gonna be missing it though.
Yeah.
Exit light. Internet.
I like our conversation we had before we started the podcast. Because you were like, do they open it or do they close with it?
Oh, yeah.
And I said, what if they said, no, we're not going to.
Yeah. No, that would be. No, there's artists. I mean, Tyler Childers, the first time I saw him, everyone was like, play Feathered Indians. Like, that is his hit. That is the song that made him mega popular.
Yeah.
Did not play it. And I remember leaving that concert like, what the actual.
Wow.
Why did he not play
I told
it?
you what's going to happen is they're going to say they're not going to play it all night, and then all the fans and everybody will be screaming for it, and they're like, all right, good night.
Yeah, hopefully they don't, because Hokie fans love a good boo moment. If they can boo, they will. And they will boo.
Is that one of those where they can build the anticipation up and then come, or do you feel like they got to do it immediately?
No, I feel like, okay, a good showman, they're going to play that lick multiple times in the concert. Just a little
no, I feel like they will tease it throughout the entire night, like in between songs and such. They'll drop that.
Yeah,
lick,
they'll do the lick. Yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see where they're gonna put media, because if it's not in the snake pit, I'm gonna raise hell. Also, because now we can say HE double hockey sticks on this podcast now. Say you are in the snake, like the whole seating arrangement. Okay, I just am having a lot of panic after I went to Billy Strings and found out my seats were not where I thought they were, and the stairs and. Anyways, and I remember telling my girlfriend Elena that night, I'm like, you know what would have made me not have panic is if I had done a sweep before the show started and like went in JPJ, walked up to my seat.
Sure.
I'm getting more anxious as I get older. That's something we'll unpack in therapy. Anyways, I will be able to get to see the setup before they come out. But like if you bought tickets in the Snake Pit, how do you get to the Snake Pit? What if you have to use the restroom? What if you don't like the Snake Pit because you can't see anything? You're literally just in the middle and their backs are to you. Like,
yeah, sorry.
Oh, you think they're stuck in there?
Yeah.
Really?
Rock on.
Period. That was hang loose.
Yeah, hang loose.
Okay.
We love you, or I love you. That's at least.
Do you remember when that person sent me the the rock on emoji? And you had me at literally feeding into my delusion that it wasn't a rock on, it was the I love you. Mm-hmm. And now, all these months later, we know it was, in fact, a rock on. A rock on. He did truly mean rock on and not I love you, Brooke, secretly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Told you don't listen to me. I'm just a dude. So.
Anyways.
Boring little dude here.
It will be fun. I'm interested to see if media is going to be corralled or not, or if it's a free-for-all for me.
Will it be a lot of media?
I feel like anyone who didn't request a credential is dumb. Right?
Sorry.
I told you to request one.
I don't need to be there, though.
I know. Well,
the show's at 6, so...
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of dumb.
Anyone who is a hokey who is in the media would kind of be...
Which we have a couple, I feel like...
And they better not have requested a media credential.
No. No, they'll be there, though.
Oh, yeah. No, like...
I'll say this. To my knowledge, they didn't request one. You can make your own account on Live Nation, but whatever. So, yeah, I don't know. Mm-mm. Could be a surprise for you.
Yeah, I'm interested because I asked Brian Cox about it, and he was like, it's all being handled by Live Nation. And I was like, okay, sick. Yeah, I don't know.
You could get there and, hey, I warmed your seat for you. Like, here you go. So.
Who is that impression of?
Oh, no one. It's just a normal voice.
Who warmed my seat?
Yeah. Hey, welcome, Brooke. We knew you were coming too. So
okay.
Here you go.
Well, I told you worst case scenario, Eva bought tickets. So like if their press box for the media is like way up high, I'll just go stay with
Brooke Leonard. Got a backup plan.
Always have a backup plan. But yeah, no, I'll be back for 11 because I like Metallica. I want to hear Enter Sandman. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah. That's it. What do you mean you'll be back for 11? Like
I imagine the concert's not going to be 5 hours long, right?
Well, there's other acts well before Metallica.
What?
There's like 2 other acts, right? At least what Jeff showed me, there's a couple other acts before them. So they ain't coming up till probably solid 8:30, 9 o'clock maybe.
Oh my God.
You did not realize this?
No.
Yeah, it's on the website. There's a couple.
I'm looking.
Yeah. I hope we're okay about talking about this. It's not like copyright on names or anything, right?
No. For our 30 listeners, don't sue us. There we go. That's easy.
No, don't do that. We love you guys.
Complete fan guide? Is that what we need to look on?
I saw something about like
alcohol,
the schedule.
Bag, cash, parking.
Mm-hmm. So what is in your go bag for this concert? Anything in particular other than your water? We know your water's coming.
Well, I'm working, so.
Oh, yeah, you are working.
Nothing particular, you could say.
I mean, water's fine.
Yeah. No, I'll have Wawa.
Stay hydrated.
I'll have Wawa.
How far out from... Oh, that's a great question. How far out from concerts, especially with outdoor venues, do you start looking at the 7-day forecast?
Listen, I literally said this to somebody the other day. Don't know. I mean... They said rain or shine. You said that, rain or shine.
I think it's rain or shine. Yeah, like
I couldn't find it, and I don't have the patience to look.
I'm pretty sure it is what it is, but
I mean, every show has an opener, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope it doesn't rain because then that would just make my job and day more miserable if it did.
Ooh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't.
I know. I hope it doesn't either. But I'm that guy that'll start peaking like right around like 8 days out, and then I'm like, maybe I should stop. Because they don't know. Maybe
listen, here's my thing with the weather. Either way, I have to go stand in it. Like, it literally doesn't matter. True. So either way, I got to be out there.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about like from the aspect of having to work it, but just like having to be out there. Period. Like
I've seen Hokies out in ridiculous weather, absolutely ridiculous weather. So I think true. It will be. I think everybody will be happy to be there. Oh, it's blinking.
Uh-oh. What's blinking?
It's because it's about to die.
I think it blinks when it's recording.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, we're getting off.
It is getting close.
We're getting off track. So yes. So I will be at Metallica next week. Mm-hmm. I will see what the media situation is like. Either way, once I hear Inner Sandman, I'm gonna
hit the road.
Yeah.
Oh.
And parking's gonna be a nightmare.
I can't imagine what it's gonna look like.
It's gonna be a mess.
It'd be worse than football.
Yeah. Yes. Like, easily. Wow. Easily.
Have fun. I don't. Oh no, dude.
I mean, parking's gonna be a mess for everybody but me, cause I got too many connections up there. I just be pulling up.
Well.
And I'm like, I'm media. They don't buy that anymore. Yeah. Everyone pretty much gives me a hard time, and then I'm like, it's okay. I'll turn around and go walk up and down that really big hill over there. And they're like, nah, you're good. You can park here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, all those connections might not be working that a bit.
I know. That is what I'm nervous about, is that it won't be my friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But you'll have fun, though. And
I'll have a photog.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, well, one is credentialed, yes. Hopefully.
Let's go, Dwayne.
Yeah, hopefully he can come along with you, and y'all will be fine, and come back in one piece, and you'll be happy.
Yeah.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Excellent.
And then 2 days after that, I'll be going to the Homestead for the Cal Petty charity ride.
Oh, yeah.
Making its final stop in Hot Springs.
That's rich.
That's rich?
Have you ever been to the Homestead?
Again, I've been to the golf course.
Same as the Greenbrier. We've been at and around, never allowed in.
Yeah. I mean, it still makes for great stories. Like, dude, I went to the Homestead, or like, oh, Greenbrier. Like, oh, man.
They have a cute little main street that I saw when I drove back with that state trooper or deputy, narcotics
the
deputy.
Homestead?
Well, across like Bat or whatever, Hot Springs.
Yeah.
But I've only ever been to the high school before that time, so I'd never seen.
But you have to go that way to the high school, right?
No.
Oh, you go. Oh.
I go over the pass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
You don't go that way?
No, typically I don't. I like to stay on main roads.
I was on a main road.
Well, well-known roads, I'd say.
Because I was on 5 o'clock road.
Yeah, but well, that's a good.
What do you mean? It's a main road.
It's a route. I wouldn't say a main route. It's a route. Yes.
Well, I like that overlook. That's where my transmission went out, though, was going down that hill because I couldn't shift.
I'll make sure I don't go over that part.
Never forget. That was a scary day.
I'm sorry. And I wasn't here.
I know.
Was I?
No, you were off. It was election day.
Yeah, I was off. I'm sorry. I did offer to come pick you up, though.
You did.
Yeah.
But you had the baby. That actually would have been fun. You and Onyx come. We could have swam.
Swim?
Where? In the bath.
Oh my God.
The baths. in the
springs.
And what they're known for, the hot spring baths.
In the county of Bath.
Yeah.
No,
it's okay. That narcotics deputy took great care of me. Shout out
Bath County.
For setting me up with a ride.
Nice. Look forward to I guess next time we talk it'll be well beyond ACC tournament.
It'll be after.
Yeah, for softball. Wow. Well, I guess baseball will be on their way too, because they still go a week after.
We'll have had the next time we talk. We'll have had the selection show for softball, and be heading into the NCAA tournament. Because listeners, you got 2 back-to-back episodes this week.
What a special edition!
If you're missing us,
shout out to Brooke Leonard, ladies and gentlemen, putting in hard work.
I know, and guess what? I'm clocking the overtime.
Oh no!
Sorry,
let's not.
Sorry, Scott.
Okay, no,
I'm clocking it.
No.
Do you want to tell everybody your phone number if they want to call and leave us a voicemail again?
If you would like to call and leave a voicemail, the number is 540-243-5777. Almost forgot it.
540-243-5777. Call us, leave us a voice. Nice ones only.
Mm-hmm.
If you leave a mean voicemail, I will play it out loud.
If you have a mean voicemail, just make it directed towards me. There's no need for her to take the brunt of any of that. So
thank you. I'm really emotional, and I cry a lot.
I do too, but I just go behind the the doors instead of the windows that we have here. Just let it out.
Yeah. So. But maybe we'll make it a segment at the end where we just play some of the voicemails, and if there's questions, if there's comments, or like why we did something a certain way, and
we'll call it like that's a foul.
Ooh. Or that's a fact. A fact that we did great.
Fact or foul?
Fact or
reverse.
Foul.
Oh my goodness! Look at you. Okay. Look at you.
All right. Well, there's your number 540-243-5777, and don't call my Android because whoever's phone I have, she just nonstop gets calls from the hospital, and I don't know what to do. Yeah, constantly.
I think you should
report.
Maybe call them back and say, please find the right number.
I would have to call every hospital. I swear this woman has been at every hospital in Southwest Virginia.
Oh my goodness.
And I know it's a woman because they say her name in the voicemails.
I hope she's well.
I hope she's well too, but it doesn't sound like she is.
I hope they're getting to another alternate number maybe. Because that's
I imagine if sad. You are really sick, you figured out how to update the contact and let the places you're getting care for know, right?
I would hope, or at least have a relative that's able to do that.
Because we've had these phones for like almost 3 months, longer than that,
almost since the top of the year. Yeah, that's.
Anyways,
kind of scary.
So call Eric because my phone stays in silent. All right, we're gonna hang this up.
Yes. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Listening, supporting. Love you.
We'll see you next time.